Hey everybody, Grest here. So today I'm going to bring to you the 5 things that I like or love about my 2021 Ford Raptor Generation 3. And so let's go ahead and get started. I got this guy parked out here in the sun so you guys can see the outside. And you know, again, these are just things that after driving over 6,500 miles with the truck in about 2 months, off-roading, a lot of travel time and stuff like that, I just felt these are some things that I could put out, you know, let you guys know what I like, what I don't like, that sort of thing. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that I like about my 2021 Ford Raptor Generation 3 has to be the new beadlock wheels. All right, so at first when I saw them on paper or on a picture online, I wasn't so sure what I thought about them, but after having them in person and stuff, I think Ford did a really good job with these guys. They're pretty sexy looking wheels overall, and of course the beadlock ring around there is just a beauty ring. They're not true beadlocks, however they are beadlock capable, but you have to buy the true beadlock rings from Ford Performance, and then you know, you can swap those out and make your wheels beadlock. And I may do that in the future. I'm just not quite sure. I don't do a ton of off-roading like that where I need the beadlock, but it is an option in case you guys need it. Okay, so the next thing that I love about my new Ford Raptor is actually the 5-link suspension. So if you look underneath here, you can see it is a 5-link coil spring suspension, and I have already done quite a bit of off-roading with this thing, so it is pretty freaking dirty underneath, but you can see these trailing arms here, and then if you look back here, you can see the coil spring, and of course we're using the Fox live valve technology shocks all the way around, shocks and struts. This thing is very plush to ride. You don't get any of that axle hop that we got with previous suspension. Yeah, you can see some more dirt and stuff up there. but yeah, so you don't get a lot of axle hop and stuff like we did with the leaf spring suspension. It's actually more comfortable as well. So I think Ford did an awesome job, and you know, the Dodge TRX kind of paved the way for this. So this is similar to what they have set up, and Ford, you know, saw the writing on the wall, and they decided to go this way as well. So competition is always a good thing when it comes to vehicles and technology. All right, so the next thing that I really love about my 2021 Ford Raptor has got to be, it has to be the interior. Okay, so the interior on this guy is just freaking awesome. It is well worth the upgrade to a Generation 3 Raptor. Just getting the new interior here with the new 12-inch display. The seats, I think they did an awesome job with having the kind of venting in the seats themselves, and then some it's all in leather except for you have the side bolsters down here on the seat, as well as the seat back are kind of a suede material. And then also the material that they use on the door panels here, this kind of fabric material, also up here on the dash, is just really nice. All right, so I love the all digital display. I think that's a slick move. A lot of vehicles are going to all digital these days. The signature centering stripe on the steering wheel, of course, is nice. You got some really nice paddle shifters there for going up and down in gears. Yeah, so overall everything in the interior is just freaking awesome. you know, kudos to Ford for, you know, kind of upgrading the interior on the F-150, and of course the Raptor got an upgrade as a result of that for the Generation 3. All right, so the next thing that I really love about the 2021 Ford Raptor has to be the trail control. So up here on the dash, you got a little button here, and actually the FX4 packages has a version of this as well, but it's a trail control here. And when you press this guy, you're gonna get a message that says trail control enabled. Use set button to set speed, trail 1 pedal drive available in 4 high or 4 low. Basically what you have to do is you set your speed based off of the set plus and set minus here, and it's basically cruise control for off-roading. I used this a ton when I was just out in Colorado in the mountains, hunting and riding trails and stuff, in snow and mud and slick conditions, stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, it kind of made me, you know, it's almost like training wheels. You know, you set your control here. If you were to press the brake, it will slow the speed down at 1 mile per hour increments. But when you first set it up, you start at, think 1 mile per hour, and then you go up from there. So driving on some of these trails, you know, there was people getting stuck and stuff like that. And I basically just kind of monitored my speed here, used the brake only when necessary, and then I would just use my steering to kind of guide myself through the trail that I was on. After which I would, you know, once I got to an area where I could take control on my own, then I would kick myself out. And kicking yourself out is pretty easy. You just press the button again here, and then it will kick you out. But the trail control was super beneficial, got me around in all sorts of tight spots and stuff like that. Kudos to Ford for that technology. I mean, it really, for folks like me that don't off-road all the time, it basically takes care of left foot braking for me, where I can just concentrate on steering and a little bit of the speed, and the truck is pretty much doing everything else, sensing where it's slipping, where it's not slipping, and then kind of getting you through that trail or obstacle, what have you. My favorite feature of the new 2021 Ford Raptor Generation 3 has to be the exhaust system. So you have an active exhaust now on these trucks, and if you press the button on the steering wheel, you have 4 options. So you have normal, you have sport, you have Baja, and you have a quiet mode. So a lot of times I utilize the quiet mode, pulling out of the neighborhood in the mornings when I'm going to work, stuff like that. Normal mode I rarely ever use. Most of the time though, on the open road, I'm either using the sport mode or I'm using the Baja mode. Now sport mode is similar to Baja mode, but it doesn't have the drone. So if I'm up on the highway doing, you know, highway speeds, I'm gonna most likely put it into sport mode. However, Baja mode, I mean, it's just freaking awesome listening to that. Okay, of course, the Baja mode, they give you a little warning there. It's for off-road use only. Yeah, it's a pretty slick setting there. Alrighty, so that concludes my 5 things that I love about my 2021 Ford Raptor. So hopefully you guys got some insight out of it. If folks are still waiting for their 2021 to show up, you know, these are some things you have to look forward to. You know, both the pros and the cons. Hey, anybody that has a 2021 Ford Raptor and you know, has found some things that they like or don't like, please put those down below. I appreciate everybody watching, subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next video. Y'all take it easy.